When Drake recently released his latest project, Scary Hours 2, we at theMSQshop.com decided to drop our two-view concept. And what that is what it sounds like. It's two writers giving their review on a project. And that gives you a more well-balanced view of the project and, allows you to piece together what you agree with, what you disagree with, maybe even decide a winner out of the two views. And we just think it gives you a better look at the album. With this one, with Scary Hours 2, I've had a couple weeks with it and my opinion hasn't changed. In those last couple weeks, I haven't had a fire and desire to go back and listen to this a whole bunch, man. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of the other Drake stuff. Take your pick. I mentioned in my written review that What's Next, sonically and content-wise, cadence-wise, is very similar to I'm Upset. Wants and Needs, in my opinion, very similar to Drake and Gucci's Both. And y'all's favorite song, Lemon Pepper Freestyle, to me is a doppelganger for Pound Cake Paris Morton, with just a more forgettable guest verse this time with Rick Ross. And props to Drake for even just on a 3-song EP giving us these awesome, guests, but these were lackluster efforts from the guests. I will say that Drake, at this point in his career, if you come through with a mediocre effort, he is going to dunk on you, and he did that. He is definitely the star of this EP. And once again, this thing is great. It sounds great. It's even though these 3 songs, it's probably no coincidence that they're not going to be on Certified Lover Boy. This thing sounds great. That's not my issue. My issue is substance. This guy has been the biggest name in music for 10 years. And with that comes so much influence. And with that influence, what has Drake done? I mean, yes, he showed us a successful black man, and that's always valuable. And I'm not here to take that away from him. I'm not here to criticize his parenthood or his philanthropy. I don't know anything about it. But just within the music, his expression of that, and this is someone who I have a high bar for his expression, because that's why he's here. He didn't get here based on street credibility. He didn't get here based on, Nas type stuff, ancient wisdom type bars. That's not what he does. He gives you memeable quotes, t-shirtable quotes on little life quips, and that's what he does. That's awesome, and we can all relate with that. But as he grows as an artist, I would like for his music to grow and for his message to grow. And I just don't think we've seen that. And, again, it may be unfair for me to expect some grand message from a 3-song EP. That's true. But when you're the biggest artist in music, everything has the opportunity of holding the weight of a classic moment, whether it's a tweet or a 28-song EP or CD like Scorpion. This guy has the throne, so everything he says is important. And on this, in my opinion, he just didn't say anything. Again. So I'm still waiting. And, in the meantime, I'll be waiting on you to check out everything that we drop on theMSQshop.com. I promise I'll be more positive in the future. Geronimo, thanks for keeping it light.
My guy, well said, well said. I actually agree with a lot of the points that you made, but my view is slightly different. So let's get into it. If we turn our calendars to the year 2010, what we'll find is that our neighbor to the north, love him or not, Aubrey Drake Graham, has maintained a consistent presence since this year's graduating class was in the 3rd grade. The 3rd grade. Now you can chalk that up to politics. You can chalk it up to the, industry record label magic tricks that happen behind the scenes. But then the question becomes, why is there only one Drake? And I think it's perhaps for the same reason that those who said they've made Hove have yet to make another Hove, which brings us to March 5th, 2021. Following the delay of Drake's upcoming album, Certified Lover Boy, he surprises us with this 3-pack entitled Scary Hours. It's scary because he was born in October, Halloween, all that stuff. Some hated it, some loved it. I thought it was great. quotables, slick talk, intriguing pockets and cadences. It's definitely true that there's some level of significance or substance or relatability that's not present in Drake that might be present in a Cole or in a Kendrick that we look for in other artists. And I think that even if he tried to get into that pocket, somehow it would have some sort of adverse effect. It would feel like he's trying, right? In the same way that businesses want to throw up a Black Lives Matter sign to get our money, because you would have a case for that as well if that's what you accused him of. But I don't know if I go to Drake for that. And maybe we should. Maybe he has that responsibility because he is one of the biggest voices in hip hop ever. But I don't know. Me personally, I don't go to him for that. I come to him for what I think he delivered on this project. What I look at when we give our different takes on the man is that we're talking about him. And I think that's the magic. Villain or hero, you have to tune in next week to see what happens in the adventure of Owlman. So who could do that? That's what I ask. Who can maintain that significance for a year, for 5 years, for 10? The list is short, but that's just my view on it. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm curious to hear what some of you guys think. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not. I think it depends on what room you're in. In any event, this is what makes hip hop so exciting. And I look forward to more of these. Let's go.